Pereira into the back of the net. Medina! Go for the birthday boy!
Fans, your MetroStars are coming off of a huge 10-0 win last Saturday against the Florida Tropics, and contributing to that success was MetroStars goalkeeper Adrian Becic. Now, he not only kept a clean sheet, but he is currently 4th in the league for save percentage and 3rd in the league for goals against. But the big star of the night was Mississauga native Mo Babuli, who opened up the scoring for the night and later had a hat-trick in the inaugural home opener. His performance gained him a spot on the NASL Team of the Week. Tonight, the MetroStars hosted the Kansas City Comets for the first time at the Paramount Fine Foods Center, and our pregame ceremonies are about to start. I will check back with you later on in the game.
Good evening, fans, and welcome into the zone. We are live at the Gladiator Alumni Club Lounge, just overlooking the Paramount Fine Food Center Arena, and we're counting down to tonight's major arena soccer league match between the Mississauga MetroStars and the Kansas City Comets. Hello, everyone. I'm off the boxes alongside Stephen Conwell, TSN soccer analyst, and he'll be joining our play-by-play for the call-up game in just a few minutes. But Stephen, the MetroStars are coming off a very impressive 10-0 defeat of the Florida Tropics on Saturday, and I think the boys have quite an air of confidence coming into this match tonight.
Yeah, they certainly should have. They were absolutely magnificent on Saturday. It was more about the team performance for me than any individual. Of course, McCully got the hat-trick and he was terrific. It was that team effort coming together. I thought it was a difficult opening game away in Baltimore. We played such great stuff, really good football from Mississauga MetroStars, and that's what was so impressive. We're looking to see if they can do the same tonight. The clean sheet may be too much to ask. Becic was wonderful, but can they get that same 3-point football to go out there and try and pick up another victory?
You know, this team has a lot of veteran leadership, in particular from Dwayne DiRosario and Adrian Kahn, the co-captains of the team, but there appears to be a rising young star, and you mentioned Mo Babuli, and I know you've seen Mo develop through the Toronto FC Academy. Can he be a top star in the Arena League?
I certainly think he can be. He has everything to his game. He has that ability to get up and down the pitch. That's really, really important. And he doesn't relinquish coming back and doing the defensive work as well. He's two-footed, he has a lot of power, very skillful player. And we saw on Saturday that he's more than just a goal scorer. He can set up the plays as well. I was there at TFC when Mo first came into the first team fold. He was training alongside Mark Anthony Kay, who since went on to LAFC, and the two of them were excellent young players. Mo had that appetite for the game, not just a forward who plays up there, likes to get back and forward, did some great work on Saturday, and looking to see as he develops, as he gets more used to arena soccer, because that's something that's new to him. Phil and Addy's very excited as he starts to see the angles more and more. The sky's the limit for Mo in this game.
Thank you, Stephen. We'll let you get up with Alex for the call of the first half, or the first quarter, and we'll be back shortly.
Mississauga MetroStars fans, welcome to the Paramount Fine Foods Center for tonight's match featuring the visiting Kansas City Comets taking on your Mississauga MetroStars. The officials for tonight's match are Brian Miller, Austin Saini, Silviu Petriscu, Norm Oliveira, and Les Anning. Tonight's starting lineup for the visiting Kansas City Comets. Goalkeeper number 13, Brett Patriciak. Defender number 4, Alain Martingu. Defender number 3, James Togba. Midfielder number 9, Brian Perez. Midfielder number 23, Ignacio Flores. And forward number 14, Leo Gibson. The head coach of the Comets is Kim Ronved. Not in tonight's lineup for the Mississauga MetroStars, number 00, Sebastian Zabayos. Number 6, Matthew Rios. Number 7, Sina Handan. Number 11, Anthony Osorio. Number 13, Damian Graham. And number 88, Luis Rocha. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthems. Now, tonight's starting lineup for your Mississauga MetroStars. In goal, number 89, Adrian Vecic. Defender, number 4, Adrian Pan. Defender, number 8, Joshua Paredes. Midfielder number 92, Martinho Dumetsky. Midfielder number 18, Mo Bapuli. And forward number 14, Dwayne Di Rosario. The head coach of your Mississauga MetroStars is Phil Ionati. MetroStars fans, we are ready for kickoff. Let's hear you make some noise!
You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Welcome everybody. I'm Alex Bastiavansky, joined by former Scottish international and current TSN soccer analyst Stephen Caldwell. Stephen, you couldn't have asked for a better opening home game for the MetroStars franchise, spanking the Florida Tropics last weekend, but this is going to be a much different test today, isn't it, against Kansas City?
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Great to be back here in Mississauga for what was a magnificent home opener on Saturday, and back here so soon, Thursday evening, and hoping for the same kind of performance from the Mississauga MetroStars. They were terrific in every sense of the word. This man here on the ball, Mo Bapuli, was the hat-trick hero, 2 assists also. Di Rosario played his part, but it was a team effort from Mississauga MetroStars against a pretty poor Florida Tropics. They had their problems coming into the game, but Mississauga made them pay, and it's going to be a tougher game against this Kansas City Comets tonight.
Absolutely. You mentioned Mo Bapuli, named to the MASL Team of the Week, as it should be, with 3 goals and 2 assists. Bapuli had a fantastic debut for the MetroStars at home anyway. Of course, he also recorded points in their opening game against Baltimore. The man who played professionally in Syria last year looks to be a huge part of the team. And you were mentioning in the before the broadcast talking with Alf de Blassis, you think he could be a possible MVP at some point in this league? He's that good?
Yeah, I really do. I think he does everything really, really well. I think he has the ability to get up and down the pitch first and foremost. He doesn't relinquish his defensive responsibilities, but of course he's very, very skillful, very, very strong, which is needed in arena soccer. And he can go on his left or his right. You saw he's a very unselfish player as well. There's a number of times before he could have got that hat-trick goal. You see a chance here.
Adrian Becic caught in no man's land, and KC, first good scoring chance of the game, just wide. Becic has got to watch himself wandering outside the box like that in tight traffic. Mississauga gets away with one there. The MetroStars starting lineup: Adrian Can, Joseph Paredes, Josh Paredes, pardon me, Dwayne De Rosario, who we all know, Mo Babuli, who had such a great game in the home opener, Adrian Becic in goal, Martino Dumevsky. Here's Dero on front with a great chance. Nice stop there by the KC keeper. Brett Petracek in goal for KC tonight. Another shot on goal, Petracek. Handles that easily. Good early pressure by the MetroStars, Stephen.
Yeah, what a save from Petracek. Absolutely brilliant play. That duo of Babuli and De Rosario. Terrific work there from Babuli down this left-hand side. Thought he was going to lose the opportunity, but his strength and tenacity, and then his ability to play it off the boards right into the path of Dwayne De Rosario. And just when you thought he was going to open the scoring for the MetroStars, brilliant save from Petracek.
You mentioned a dominant 10-0 win for Mississauga in their home opener on Saturday. They were facing a somewhat reduced Florida Tropics squad that night. KC is at full strength. It will be a sterner test tonight for sure, and they get a free kick. Dangerous opportunity for KC early on here with just under 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was Kukalovic there with the high foot.
KC lines it up, laying it off, shot on goal right into the waiting hands of keeper Adrian Becic, who stopped 13 shots against the Florida Tropics on Saturday. Couple of good saves, never truly tested though. Florida would get one chance, but they couldn't really follow it up with anything else. Off day for the Tropics, we'll say. Mississauga looking to open the scoring. Joseph Karen, shot on goal, rings it right off the post. Beauty of a shot by Karen. They're going to have to watch that dynamite right foot.
What a strike that was from Karen. Just came inside. It did have a little bit of curl in it also, just bending in, but unfortunately for Karen, it just struck the post, came out.
Encouraging signs for the MetroStars early on.
Yeah, it's a great start for both teams really, Alex. It's a fast-paced game, both sides doing a good job in the early stages, creating opportunities. That big chance for the Kansas City Comets fell to Adam James when Becic was out his goal. He really should have put it in the back of the net, but the Mississauga MetroStars came right back. De Rosario with a brilliant chance, saved by Petracek, and then that other strike there from Karen. Good start to the game. Kansas City doing a really good job of stretching this pitch, making it as big as possible.
Sean Brown, number 87 for the MetroStars, inserted into the lineup for this game. He was out last time. MetroStars are missing Luis Rocha with the dreaded lower body injury is what we'll call it, but he won't be back in the lineup for a little bit, so a chance for some other MetroStars to get in there and get some playing time and win themselves possibly a full-time spot as Kansas City gets themselves another penalty here. See if they can open the scoring. So we played about 4.5 minutes of the opening quarter here. Still scoreless from the Paramount Fine Food Center. Kansas City lining up. Here it comes. Laying it off. Shot. Nice save by Adrian Becic, sliding to make the stop. Tosses it way down. Sean Brown applying the pressure. Controlled by Josh Souza. Back to Petracek. Souza again. Up the wing, James Togba. MetroStars steal, however. Lopez back for Velistegi. Velistegi to Dero along the wing. Dero looking out front. Velistegi calls for it. And second chance, in it goes. Sebastian Lopez, the the opening goal for the MetroStars. 1-0 at the 9:56 mark of the opening quarter. That pressure finally paying off, Stephen.
Yeah, terrific goal from the MetroStars. Set up by the indefatigable Dwayne De Rosario down that right-hand side. Absolutely brilliant play, strength and awareness and experience. And then just managed to get it into the middle of the goal. You thought the chance had went, but there was Lopez, who I thought was terrific in the home opener on Saturday. Played his part there again to blast it home into the net. A 1-0 lead, confident start from the MetroStars, showing that attacking prowess yet again, going into an early lead.
Sebastian Lopez played in South America last year. Coach GM Phil Ionati is expecting big things from the youngster with the MetroStars, and he's proving them right. Opening the scoring, 1-0 for the Mississauga MetroStars, and they're applying the pressure once again. KC intercepted by Diro, who scrambles to get his footing back again, regains it, looking for David Guzman. Elects to hold on. Back to Joseph Karen. Velostegi on the wing. Karen. Adrian Can, the former TFC man, regroups in the back. Guzman lays it back for Can once again. Joseph Karen. He'll play it back for Becic. Gives it a boot. Looking for Can. Can does intercept. Back to Karen once again. Just under 9 minutes left in the opening quarter. 1-0 for the Mississauga MetroStars from the Paramount Fine Food Center here. Booted up the field by Becic. And three-line pass. It'll be KC ball. Stephen, what are you liking from the MetroStars so far?
Well, I like the spacing. I like the way that they're moving the ball. It's obviously a way more difficult game this evening against Kansas City Comets. They're doing a good job also of making it really difficult, but a good start. They're still fashioning opportunities. That I think is very, very important. Maybe just need to be a little bit sharper on the ball as the Comets come into them, but a couple of instances there. Becic played a short pass to Adrian Can. It was a little bit fortunate that it was a missed touch by the Comets player, and Can managed to get back. This is a way more difficult prospect. They've had a couple of these free kicks, usually a little bit closer than this, but let's see if they can make this one count.
Lucas Rodriguez will take as the MetroStars former two-man wall. Official having a little discussion with the Kansas City head coach, as they're going to make a substitution here before the free kick. And the discussion appears to be over. Lucas Rodriguez is the man. We'll see what he can do with it here. If he tries to bend it around or lay it off. Rodriguez, shot off the glass. Back for Leo Gibson, just wide of the goal.
I think Becic maybe got a little touch on that, Alex. Very important. Looked like he was going to sneak in. Good work here from Young.
Lerone Young on the break down the wing, tries to get it across. KC intercepts though, and it's whistled down for a foul on Young, as KC will take.
That's good play from Young though, just driving forward, tried to get it across the area to Dumevsky. It was decent defending. Don't mind fouls in that area. It allows the Mississauga MetroStars time to get back and regroup, get into their shape.
Adam James in the corner, right into the waiting hands of Becic. KC was calling for it, that maybe it was just outside the box, but referee decides to not make the call. De Rosario trying to control. Bit of holding there.
I think he's gave it for a handball on De Rosario.
Correct, KC ball, yeah. I wasn't sure if they were calling it on a KC holdover over Dero's back there.
He looked like he did really well, didn't he? Just to back in there and do a good job. But I think it was, instead of the chest, it was a little bit of the arm that controlled that ball. A good start from Dero. He's really into this game, and a brilliant start.
Both teams playing a bit of pinball right now. Neither team possessing. Dero, nice footwork there though. Josh Paredes now. Mobabuli. Marked closely by Adam James. Dumevsky Covered by 2 KC players, though, and they come out the better with the ball in the corner. Nice ball up for Adam James here. Babuli, fantastic defense, though, taking it right away from him and turning it back upfield. There you see the presence of Mo Babuli, and that'll warm any coach's heart, Stephen. Not only the offensive prowess, but also the defensive chops as well.
Yeah, brilliant defending from Babuli. You saw just the pace and physicality of the Canadian there. Terrific work to get back in. Adam James is no slouch. He looked like he was going to get down that left-hand side, not against Babuli.
Sosa takes the return pass, was going down though and couldn't get a full foot on it. And into the waiting arms of Betches it goes once again. About 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first quarter now. 1-0 for the Mississauga MetroStars. Rodriguez, Adrian Cam with a bit of space down the wing with a shot. Patrick save, rebound. Lerone Young skies it just over the glass though. Great second chance for the MetroStars. Just couldn't keep it down, unfortunately.
Yeah, what's a chance for Young to put the MetroStars 2-0 up. That was a big opportunity. He has to just get over the ball.
It looks like we got our first time out of the game. You're watching MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Just a reminder, you can follow the MetroStars on social media at Saga MetroStars on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
MetroStars Holiday Pack. The pack includes tickets to our next 4 home games on December 30th, January 3rd, 5th, and 11th. Group tickets are also available. Visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca for more details.
All right, fans, it's time for the Dave & Buster's Energy Meter, and we've got power cards for the loudest fans in the building. So if you want these, let's hear you. And congratulations to these lucky fans. One of our game day team members will be delivering you your prize shortly.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastivansky alongside Stephen Caldwell here. 1-0 MetroStars with 6:14 left in the first quarter. Stephen, MetroStars looking very composed and very nice. You know, the Florida game on Saturday, there was just so much time and space. It wasn't really a good opportunity to get a good read on the Stars and what we were seeing. This is a much tighter game, though, and KC's closing the distance between them and the ball a lot faster than the Tropics ever were.
Yeah, you're right in saying that, Alex. It's a much better game, faster pace, more difficult for the MetroStars, but I think they're doing a really good job so far. They have to keep their concentration. The Comets have had their chances also, but you think about that big missed chance from Young, the great save from the Dero strike also. The MetroStars are doing very well in this match. It's a tough battle though, very tactical. Comets stretching the field and stretching the play, but I still like what I'm seeing from the Mississauga MetroStars.
Kansas City has played one game this year. It was all the way back on December 1st, so they are well rested. Although today was a travel day for them, so you never know, you might see some more tired legs, say around the third quarter. But first game against the Milwaukee Wave, always an MASL powerhouse. They lost 10-6 in that game, so still yet to get their first win of this very young MASL season. Just a little background on the Comets. Been in the MASL since 2010, 2011. Won the MASL Championship Trophy in 2013-14. Last season, though, a bit of a step back as they missed the playoffs. But spoke with Coach GM Phil Ionati of the MetroStars before the game as to what he expects. And he said very, very experienced team, a lot of talent on the squad, and they are going to have to mark them very closely. So we see a nice stop there once again by Adrian Betches off the drive, and then the ball goes right back out front again Casey just not able to pounce though on it.
Yeah, got to be careful in there, Young. Just trying maybe to be a bit too clever in his defensive third. Dangerous play as it rolled across the front of the goal. There's Gibson again winning a free kick. He's done an excellent job up front, Alex, stretching that play. You can see that experience that Phil Ionadi spoke about. They do a great job of spacing the floor. He stays really, really high. Then he comes into play at the right mark, the right moment. It's a dangerous opportunity again for Kansas. Seems like they've had 4 or 5 of these in the first quarter.
Laying it back, shots. Oh, taking one for the team there was Josh Paredes, and he's going to need a moment. And he may have taken that in a spot that no gentleman likes to see, but he's getting a little bit of help here on the field. A couple minutes and he'll shake it off, but Paredes sacrificing himself there to stop the hard Kansas City drive. Ouch, Stephen.
Oh, that looked a sore one, didn't it? It was a brilliant drive from Ray Lee from the edge of the box, and there was Paredes, very brave, out towards the ball, right into the midriff, shall we say?
Yeah, we shall say.
Somewhere in that area, and great sportsmanship there by the Kansas City Comets. It was Lucas Rodriguez who was right over to try and help Paredes. I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll be back on to the pitch as soon as he can.
You love to see guys sacrificing themselves like that. Not always in that form, but Paredes doing his best for the MetroStars. A couple notes about the KC Comets here. Ramon Palmer, their leading scorer right now. 2 goals, 1 assist in the first game against Milwaukee. From Kingston, Jamaica. Alain Matignou, the defender number 4 from Paris, France. And last season played for Tacoma. So a new addition to the KC team. 2 of the key players on this squad, though. And as Phil mentioned, a lot of experience. You'll see them play the glass and the boards a lot. They know the angles. Home run pass for Rodriguez here as he just flicks it on net. Should have waited for some reinforcements perhaps there.
Yeah, I think maybe he had a look a few seconds before. And he saw Petrosek coming out. He thought maybe it was a possibility to loop over the Comets goalkeeper, but he made a very experienced move. He knew he wasn't going to get there, so he went back towards his goal.
Tried to catch him cheating off the line just a little bit. Guzman playing it up for Rodriguez. Covered by 2 men. Rodriguez doing well to keep possession of the ball, though. Back from David Guzman in the corner. Guzman just firing it up. Adam James is in a battle there. He'll win the foul. And Alan Kukelevich is asking what he did wrong, but...
I'm thinking the same thing myself. It looked like it was decent play. The ball fell to a Comets player. Togba.
Using the boards once again, KCR. Mississauga is going to have to be very aware of that. Sean Brown. Back to Becic. Becic looks for Kukelevich. Sean Brown showing off his speed. Nicely done as he intercepts. Back to Joseph Karen. David Villastagi along the wing. Back to Joseph Karen at midfield as he moves forward. Just over 3 minutes left. Shot off the goal post. Joseph Karen.
Yeah, brilliant play again from Karen.
Second time this game he's rung it off the iron.
Yeah, the opposite post, wasn't it? The last time it was from this left-hand side. Hit a thunderous shot off the right foot, bending in. Again, it was that right boot of his, but from a different angle. He went across the goalkeeper and came off Petrosek's opposite post. What a chance, what a great play from Karen. Great skill to just move the hips, clear the space and take the shot.
Karen, as did a few members actually of the Mississauga MetroStars, played in the Arena Premier League for a legendary Canadian team, Toronto Croatia, of course in the APL they are Croatia AC, but Toronto Croatia continuing to produce top-notch players. KC in deep right now. Battling forward is Leo Gibson, taken away though very nicely by the MetroStars. Up for Dero. Spins off. Villastagi now. He's got Guzman on the wing. Villastagi's shot deflects just wide. Dero. That's a deflection though, so it'll be MetroStars ball. Dangerous territory. The free kick here.
Yeah, brilliant play again from Di Rosario. Magnificent hold up. Switch of play, passing it just at the right time. Rolling back the years here tonight in the arena form of the game, just playing some brilliant stuff, experience, everything. And then as it came back to him for that follow-up, shot was on target, but for a little deflection off the heel of a Comets player. And be a timeout, I think, from Phil Ionadi and the MetroStars.
Another timeout here. Just a reminder before we take a break, MetroStars tickets are available at Ticketmaster, the Paramount Fine Food Center box office right here, or by calling 1-866-56-STARS. Or, of course, you can visit their website at Mississauga, MetroStars.ca. Reminder, the next game is going to be Sunday, December 30th, as the MetroStars welcome the Harrisburg Heat. 3:05 p.m. Kids are going to be off on Christmas vacation. Come on out and check it out. Arena soccer, once you come and see it in person, you get addicted. Trust me on that. MetroStars, though, up 1-0 against an experienced team like the Kansas City Comets, and I'm sure that Phil Ionati will be very happy with the way his team has played so far in the first quarter, Stephen.
Yeah, I think he'll be very happy. I think he'll be delighted the way they've competed. He's not been as fluent as it was, and Saturday we spoke about the fact that the Tropics couldn't get close to the MetroStars on Saturday, but this is an entirely different prospect. Kansas City Comets, a lot of experience. You can see they have some quality players. They're here to play, they want to win. This is a challenge. This is about gritting it out, battling through after a long journey. Kansas, you would expect, will start to get a little bit tired as this game goes on, and that may be the opportunity for the MetroStars to get more goals, but they have to stay in it. Don't give the Comets anything to hold on to in the early stages of this arena soccer match.
Minute 49 left in the opening quarter here. And this is dangerous territory for the MetroStars. De Rosario and Mobabuli tied right now for the team lead in points with 6. That's actually good for 6th overall. Tied for 6th overall in all of the MASL. Not a shock that D-Rose there. I'm sure Mobabuli's been opening up a lot of eyes, though. And you can see it tonight as anytime he's had the ball, Casey's been right on him, like white on rice. Word has gotten around about him very, very quickly. A man who played professionally in Syria last year. D-Ro takes Dumevsky shot at deflection, though, and they will redo it all over again.
Yeah, I think Dumevsky's complaining about the distance here. Doesn't feel that they were far enough back there in the distance. Stefan Stojcic was just to the ball way too quickly there. What are they going to do here?
D-Ro just tries to pound it in himself there. Big deflection. Skies the ball. Casey on the run now, but Bacic well out of his crease to clear it down into the corner. It goes. D-Ro chasing it down and intercepting. Great job by the Canadian legend. D-Ro covered by 2. Tried to find Martini Dumevsky there. Intercepted by the KC player, though. And back to Patrick it goes. Intercepted by D-Ro. He's got a bit of space. Tries to catch him off. Beautiful stop by Brett Petracek, but it was outside of the box, they're saying.
Yeah, he's going to get a blue card for that. He's going to have to leave the field. That was terrific from De Rosario. The game's outstanding player in this first quarter. Brilliant reading of the play yet again. He was onto it. Quickness of mind just to strike it with the left foot. He knew Petracek was out the goal. And all the Comets keeper can do is get his hand to it. It was a brilliant save, in fairness to him, but he was outside the area. There's going to be somebody who has to leave the field. Of course, Petracek will stay in, but someone else will be sacrificed for him.
He was arguing that he wasn't outside the line, but from our vantage point, it looked to me like he was outside the line, and it's going to be a penalty for the MetroStars. Sniper Marco Rodriguez will take. Former Florida Tropic. He was a real get for Phil Ionati on this first-year MetroStars team, bringing veteran MASL experience. And now he will have a chance to make it 2-0 for the home squad. Rodriguez and Petracek, one-on-one. Here we go. Rodriguez Beautiful. Silky smooth goal by Marco Rodriguez. Petrocek went for the dummy, pulled it right around him, 2-0, Mississauga MetroStars.
What a goal from Rodriguez. Brilliant little drag with the left foot. He was onto that, he's done that before. You could see his confidence as he stood over the ball. I thought at first he was just going to slot it past Petrocek, but it was that drag over the ball with his strong left foot. Got a wand of a left foot onto the right foot. Petrocek was flat-footed. Brilliant little move this. Petrocek thinks he's going to strike it. He commits to that. And then it's just a roll into the back of the empty net with the right foot. 2-0 lead for the MetroStars. Just brilliant first quarter.
Just a little feint there that froze the keeper and allowed him to make that move outside. Beautiful move by Rodriguez.
Didn't you think he was going to strike it with the left, the way he shaped up, didn't you? He's got that quality left foot. Petrocek didn't think for a minute he was going to bring it back onto his right foot, but maybe nobody in this arena did. That's exactly what he did and gave his side a 2-0 lead.
Encouraging play for the MetroStars. First quarter intercepted by KC though, but the referee's going to whistle that down and call a foul as Rodriguez was interfered with. 28.5 seconds left in the opening quarter. Very encouraging stuff from the first year Mississauga MetroStars, who are looking more cohesive with each passing game, especially against an experienced team like the Kansas City Comets. Battle in the corner. KC wins that. Mississauga wins it back though. Young gives it right away to KC though. Shot just wide of the goal. Just to the left of Bacic. Rebounds right back to KC and they'll start all over again. Only 2 seconds left in the quarter though. And that won't count. 3-line pass anyway, I believe. Would have been a beautiful play if they had executed that, Stephen, if it had been on time, but...
Yeah, a bit sloppy from Mississauga there, Alex. That was a bit of a mistake.
End of the first quarter, 2-0 for the Mississauga MetroStars over the Kansas City Comets. Alex Bastiavanski along with Stephen Caldwell here. We'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, fans, please help me in welcoming back to center field Trick Zappa. For the second quarter, it's time for a t-shirt toss.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL television. I'm Alex Bastiansky alongside former Scottish international Stephen Caldwell. 2-0 for the MetroStars after the first quarter. And fair to say, Coach GM Phil Ionati's going to like what he's seen so far, Stephen.
I think he'll be delighted with the competitiveness first and foremost, Alex. This is a way more difficult game for Mississauga, but they're showing that fighting spirit. There have been some great performances, none more so than Dwayne De Rosario in that first quarter. But Billy's been a little bit quiet. He's been marked really well. I think you mentioned that earlier. He's right on him. See 2-3 guys there again as he gives it away. It's good pressure there.
Paredes chasing down his man. He steals. As the MetroStars go back to their original starting lineup of Adrian Can, Josh Paredes, Dwayne De Rosario, Mobabuli, Martinho Dumevski, and of course, Adrian Bacic in goal. Can. Back to Josh Paredes, looking no worse for wear after taking that shot in an unfortunate spot earlier in the second quarter there, first quarter. Paredes back on, looking good. Played back for Petricic as he quickly plays it off for Leo Gibson. Gibson marked by Adrian Can. Nice job by Adrian Can. James Togba gets it stolen. Turn it back up, but once again, turn it right back over. Shot on goal just wide by Alain Matnigu. Adrian Can marking his man close in the corner. Shot up front, one-timer. That was beautiful. Adam James cuts the deficit in half to 2-1. KC on the board, and that was a beautifully executed play, Stephen.
Yeah, terrific finish from James. Just came onto that, drifted into space. He was excellent in the first quarter also. He's got some pace and quality to his game. Gave Becic no chance, put it into the top corner. Cuts the deficit in half. A goal out of nothing just shows you how quickly you switch off for a second, you allow runners to go. That it's so easy to score in this game. Here he comes on to it. What a wonderful finish into the top corner from James.
Well, it took just over 5 quarters, but the Mississauga MetroStars have finally allowed a home goal here. After blanking the Florida Tropics 10-0 and blanking the KC Comets 2-0 in the first quarter. 2-1 game now. Kansas City looking to even things up. Rodriguez turning it back over though. John Sosa. Perez. Laying it back. Sosa. Gibson. Missed assignment there though. And Bacic will pick it up and just give it a toss down the field. Kukelevic was looking for Lopez. Just a bit too much mustard on that header though. Into the stands it goes, and it'll be KC ball.
Yeah, Kukelevic, sorry, had a little bit more time than maybe he thought. He probably could have brought that down in his chest, tried to flick it on to Lopez. Game's going to settle at some point. I hope the quality of Mississauga then plays into it and start to go on the ball. But at the moment, still a little bit frantic. Feel like they're playing it a little bit long too often. Look at the way that Kansas City Comets stretch the play. Gibson's a wonderful player. You can see he has experience and he just comes in at the last moment. So difficult to defend.
Leo Gibson gets dropped by Joseph Karen. Free kick for KC. Lucas Rodriguez. Sosa. Back to Petricic. Sosa. Marked by Young. KC will regroup once again. 11 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second quarter here as the ball is booted into the stands. It'll be Mississauga picking up that. Becic with a clean sheet in the opening game. As mentioned, it was a 10-0 win for the MetroStars. 13 stops in that game. Another player formerly from Croatia AC, helping them to win the Arena Premier League title last year. KC turning upfield. Adrian Can just too strong though, and he steals. KC was calling for a foul. No dice though. Felistegi. Back for Adrian Can. To Becic as he sets it up. Boots it down, Velostegi on the run. He gets dropped inside the box, and they'll call that. Looked like he took a bit of a forearm shiver to the face there, Stephen.
Yeah, it was a high arm there, wasn't it? It was Ignacio Flores, I think, that just lifted his arm up and caught Velostegi just round about the neck area. Dangerous play. He's holding his face, maybe a little bit of an elbow to the mouth, but sort of hopeful ball from Becic as well. I don't know if there was any need for Flores to outstretch his arm there, but this is a great opportunity. Paredes or Velostegi, Can's in a good position at the edge.
Paredes right into the wall though. Velostegi, Adrian Can, and David collects once again. Looks for Paredes, plays it back to him. David Guzman. Paredes, just under 11 minutes left here in the second quarter. Alex Bastiavanski alongside Stephen Caldwell. MetroStars leading the KC Comets by a 2-1 count. We're here at the Paramount Fine Food Center in Mississauga, Ontario. Can draped all over his man like a cheap suit there. We always talk about Adrian Can, his physical stature. He's not going to allow an inch physically. KC on the tack, charging in the box, and that is a call, and it's a blue card, and it is going to be a foul against the MetroStars. I wasn't sure for a moment if he may have been calling a dive there, but legitimate foul according to the official.
Yeah, I thought it was the right decision, Alex. Paredes just tugging back Lucas Rodriguez. Brilliant little ball. He made that out to in run. He's bearing down on Becic's goal. It's going to be a penalty shot, much like the second MetroStars goal from Marco Rodriguez. There's going to be Leo Gibson with the opportunity to try and draw this match level.
So KC, after giving up the first two goals, a chance to draw even here. Leo Gibson against Adrian Becic, as the referee makes sure the players are properly aligned at midfield. And here we go, Gibson on Becic. Stopped by Adrian Becic. Fantastic job by the MetroStars keeper, who stuck his foot out and keeps it a 2-1 game for Mississauga.
Sensational save from Becic. So good with his feet, isn't he? Such long legs, just outstretch that left leg. Gibson's chance goes a begging. Taking that one a little bit early, but concentration needed from the MetroStars. Brilliant save from Becic. He got off with one there. That was a big opportunity for Rodriguez.
Laid back shot just wide by Brian Perez. Rodriguez, Sosa. Shot by KC, bad angle, and that's absolutely gorgeous. Ignacio Flores makes it 2-2 as KC evens things up with 10-10 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the concentration after getting off with that penalty shot that Gibson missed after Rodriguez was through and goal there, and it was a tug back from Paredes. It was imperative that the Mississauga MetroStars just kept their concentration, stayed with their men, but the pressure paid off. This game's tied at 2-2. The Comets are right back in it. They've started the second quarter really, really well, on the front foot.
KC looked like they may have been just a little bit cold to start off with today. Oh, here's a chance for Diro on the break, being pursued. Diro, second chance, goal! Shake and bake. With a fantastic second effort, makes it 3-2 for the Mississauga MetroStars.
Yeah, and it's that word concentration again, because the Comets will be the team that are kicking themselves this time. De Rosario left all alone in the opposite half, and after a fantastic save, you thought the chance had gone, but he was there to pick up the rebound from Petracek and put it in with his left foot. Fantastic goal from De Rosario. The lead is back with the Mississauga MetroStars. It's a long ball from Becic. Dero's all alone there. First one was saved from Petracek, and then the second one just back to him and tapped into the net.
A bit shocking, actually, that KC would allow D-Row to get so open. 3-2 Mississauga, though. 9:35 left in the second quarter. Here's Mobabuli. Back for Adrian Can. He's intercepted, though. KC, we'll see if they can capitalize. Nice job there. What a beautiful goal. Flores once again. Absolutely gorgeous. Ties it right up again. 3-3.
Terrific feet from Flores. Just on that left-hand side, drag back, and then curling shot. Becic maybe a little unsighted. Didn't seem to see it till late, but it was in the back of the net before he even moved, really.
Yeah, the MetroStars gave the ball right back to them. That was just a beautiful shot. So 3-3 with 9:15 left in the second quarter. We got ourselves a game here. Petricek. Intercepted, though. Here's Rodriguez. Just a bit too much dancing there, though, and he lost controls. KC turns it up. Stefan Stokic. Alain Mathieu. And back to Bekic. He controls. Joseph Karen. Karen was looking for Rodriguez, but right into the waiting hands of Petricek once again.
Yeah, it was the right idea from Karen. Just trying to put it in towards Rodriguez, into the boards, to allow Marco Rodriguez to hold the ball up and then some support to come. Maybe something that the MetroStars have not done that well in this game. Played the boards as well as the KC Comets. They've been excellent at doing that.
Shot by Gibson. Flies wide, off the glass. KC regains control once again. Flores, back for Sosa. Gibson gets dropped, and that'll be KC ball. And the MetroStars are going to keep a very close eye on Flores after those two quick markers by the KC forward. Sosa, he'll try his luck. Great stop by Becic, though. That went right through the wall. Togba. Back for Petricek. Sosa. Perez. Here's Flores. See if he can go to work once again. Rodriguez, though, good job to take it away, and he'll just turn it back upfield. Petricek well out of his net now. Sosa. Flores. He's dropped. No call by the referee, though. Rodriguez may have got away with one there. He'll take it, though. Lopez. Kigalovic. Joseph Karen. Diro was just hopping on. MetroStars in the middle of a change there, and they got caught as Diro was coming on, and someone was going off, and there was nobody there to receive the pass. Just over 7 minutes left in the second quarter now. 3-3 game. Mobabuli. It's been so dangerous this season so far for the MetroStars. Made the MASL Team of the Week, as we mentioned before. First time for a MetroStars player in the young history of this franchise. Babuli. Marked closely by Stokic. Babuli using the boards well, though, but that's what we need to see more of, Stephen, isn't it? Using those boards in the glass.
Yeah, you have to say the Comets have did a really good job of getting pressure towards Babuli, not allowing him that space and time that he had on Saturday to absolutely decimate the Florida Tropics defence. It's been a lot more difficult today.
Sosa plays it back for Petricek. Petricek booting up. Adrian Can there once again. Looks for it. Lost it for a moment there. KC on the attack. Gibson, nice stop by Becic. Off the top of the glass. Out it comes once again. Off the crossbar, though. The goalie's best friend. Becic getting lucky. Still 3-3 here. Rodriguez. Give and go. Takes it back once again. Marked by Josh Paredes. Back for Petricek. I got to say that's 3 or 4 posts so far this game, though, Stephen, for KC.
Yeah, it's the trifecta, isn't it? The right post, the left post, and the crossbar. It was Ray Lee that time with a thunderous strike.
Oh, this would be nice. Oh, is it ever? James Togba. Left to right, then one-timed it, and that was not much that Becic could do about that one. KC on top 4-3, and they've got all the momentum right now. You're watching MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Monte Carlo Inns, we're the first to admit there's no place like home. So let us welcome you to the next best place, where guests feel like regulars, even on their first day, where you can be as productive as you like, or, if you choose, not at all. Where quality, service, and value are commitments, not rhetoric. With Toronto at arm's length and everything else within your grasp, Monte Carlo Inns is your home away from home.
Hey, soccer fans, the beautiful game has come indoors during these cold winter months. And we're here live at the Paramount Fine Food Center with Cam Stewart from Fantasy Sports.
Let me tell you something, Serge. I love the indoor game. It's got everything. Boards, glass, action. And I'll tell you, has winter got you down, you feeling cold, singing the blues, come out on Sunday, December 30th, 3:05. MetroStars take on the Harrisburg Heat. Be there, be square, party with Serge.
Arena Soccer, live boards, live glass, 6-on-6, non-stop action.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Soccer on MASL TV. 4-3 for the Kansas City Comets now. Mississauga was quick out of the gates, taking a 2-0 lead, but it's been all KC for the last little bit here, hasn't it, Stephen? And the Mississauga's going to have to adapt. They're getting schooled a bit in the arena game regarding playing those proper angles off the boards and glass.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Comets have really played this second quarter very, very well. They've been the better side. They're playing the arena game perfectly at the moment. They're moving the MetroStars around. There's maybe not enough communication out there. It's difficult when you have the experience, the quality of the Comets, but they've got their work cut out in this second quarter. And that time out maybe came at a good time for the MetroStars.
Mississauga gives it a boot, just trying to relieve some pressure here, but KC relentless. They're right back on them again. Perez, Flores. Rodriguez back for Petrocek. 4:15 left in the second quarter now. 4-3 for Kansas City. Nice ball movement there. Ray Lee is looking on the far side for Gibson, but Joseph Karen gets his foot on it and deflects it into the stand, so it'll be KC ball. Rodriguez will set it up from midfield. Rayleigh back for Rodriguez. Marked closely by Kikelovic, but back for Petricic it goes. Intercepted by Karen, and they'll start all over again. Lucas Rodriguez. Petrocek. Matignou. Man from Paris, France. Gibson. Marked closely by Karen. Nice ball there, though. for Brian Perez. Couldn't quite thread it through though. Young. Foul is called. I'm not sure. It almost looked like he tripped over the ball there, but it will be a free kick for the MetroStars, as KC did not like that call on the bench.
The bench was up in arms, wasn't it? You could see the disappointment. Coach here, Kim Rointved, he couldn't believe it. And that's the difficulty. Because of the movement of the Comets, you can see the MetroStars ending up way back, too deep, and then when they win the ball back, there's nowhere to go. They've got to try and keep their shape a little bit better. When they are in possession, make it count.
De Rosario, Mobabuli, back for Dwayne. And Dwayne is intercepted as the ball takes a smack off the scoreboard, and it will be MetroStars ball. 2:39 left in the second quarter. Reminder, the next home game for the MetroStars will be Sunday, December 30th against the Harrisburg Heat here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. Mobabuli, shot right into the wall. Rodriguez, back for Mo. Ray Lee right on him, but Mo does a good job to spin away. Ray Lee finally wins that battle down. He'll pick it up and he's got a bit of space to work with here. Looking for some help though, laid back. Brian Perez with the strike. And Mobabuli, one of the few times we've seen him actually get burned so far this year, Stephen, but realistically, KC just made the most of that opportunity.
Yeah, big mistake from Babuli. He was caught in possession there from Ray Lee. It was terrific pressure from him. He didn't give Babuli a second, but maybe a little bit of lesson there. It's early days in Mo Babuli's arena soccer career. That was a big mistake. And once he get back, he looked like he decided to take the middle of the goal. Maybe that wasn't the best decision, as Ray Lee had time and space just to pick out his captain Perez. Little cutback past Becic into the goal. Really what they deserve. The Comets have been absolutely brilliant in this second quarter. Right on top. Everything for the MetroStars to do in the second half.
Babuli got away with the first one as he did a nice job to spin away there, but intercepted on the second. And nobody picked up Perez there as he was allowed to just waltz right in, and they looked surprised that kind of snuck in behind them there and put it home with the one-timer. So 5-3 for the Kansas City Comets. Just over 2 minutes left, just under 2 minutes left, pardon me. And it's a timeout, pardon me. Timeout, you're watching MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL Television. Alex Bastiavansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. You see those beautiful uniforms the MetroStars are wearing. They're made by Leica, the official team apparel supplier to the Mississauga MetroStars. I guess they just got to take a nice deep breath here, don't they, Stephen? They're close to the halftime anyway, where they're going to be able to regroup and get some tips from Phil Ionati, but looking a little disorganized there in the latter parts of the second quarter, aren't they?
Yeah, they're sort of losing belief in what they're trying to do. You know, they're really being pressured by Kansas City Comets. I think they've been brilliant in the second quarter, really spacing the play, playing the arena game really, really well, and boxing the MetroStars in. Just no way really for them to get out and cause any real quality possessions. There's that one breakaway goal from De Rosario that the Comets will be disappointed with, but apart from that, they've totally dominated the second quarter of this arena soccer match, and now they have another opportunity to go into a 6-3 lead. It's important that the MetroStars just get to half-time here, stay in this match, regroup. It's a learning process. It wasn't always going to be smooth. Nobody was getting carried away after that 10-0 victory on Saturday, but get inside at 6-3, regroup, work on a few things tactically, and then try to come back stronger after the long travel from KC in the second half.
Sosa with the free kick. Plays it off, shot, off the bar, off the line, and Mississauga breathes a sigh of relief, but that's 4 now, Stephen, from the goalie's best friend to bail out the MetroStars.
Yeah, what an effort that was from Lucas Rodriguez. Worked off the training field. Sosa with a lovely wee weighted pass just into Rodriguez. Comes on it with that left foot of his and just bends one off the crossbar. It's Watching it closely, it was just the right side of the line in the case of the MetroStars, but great play yet again.
MetroStars outshot the Comets 11-4 in the first quarter. We haven't seen the stats yet for the second, but they will be certainly be reversed, no question about it, as KC has had the bulk of the chances here in the latter part of the first half. Gibson now, marked by Lopez. Gibson goes down, and they are going to call the foul. KC ball, just over a minute left here before we break for halftime. KC trying to pad its lead even more. They'd love to go into the dressing room with the 3-goal bulge. And free kick. Shot, another absolutely gorgeous strike. Bunch of sharpshooters, Stephen. Ray Lee, another goal for him. That's his second of the contest with just under a minute left. 6-3 for the KC Comets. They're making it look way too easy right now.
Yeah, what a strike that was from Ray Lee, but he had far too much space. Just a little cut back to him, then he blasted it near side of Becic. Top corner. Thunderous strike on his left foot, but far too easy. Half-time can't come quick enough for the Mississauga MetroStars. Really look very disjointed at the moment, lacking a lot of belief.
Well, they knew this was going to be a marathon and not a sprint this MASL season. They have a lot of learning to do. They fully accepted that. As we mentioned before, a baptism by fire in the first game against the 3-time defending MASL champion Baltimore Blast. And so far today, getting taken to school by a very experienced KC squad. Could be another, and it is. Stefan Stokic. Passing play executed to perfection as they snuck behind the MetroStars backline. 7-3 for the KC Comets, putting on a clinic right now.
Yeah, putting on an arena soccer clinic, but also their appetite to run in behind and support each other is there to be seen. It's another tap-in goal. They scored one earlier. You got to ask, where are the MetroStar shots are getting back? Credit to the Comets. Wonderful soccer there, just to play it across. Well-weighted ball, and it's tapped into the back of the net there from Stokic.
And as you mentioned, the halftime whistle cannot come quick enough for Coach Phil Ionati and his squad right now, as they need to regroup and take a deep breath and figure out a different game plan against this experienced Kansas City team. See if they get one before the break here. Vilastegi back for Joseph Karen. Stolen once again, but they're going to call that. And it's going to be a free kick for the MetroStars. 11.3 seconds left in the second quarter. Vilastegi to take. To David Guzman. He takes a look at the clock to see how much time he's got left. Guzman with the shot. Over top of the net, though. And it'll be KC ball. And that should take us down to the end of the quarter. 5.9 seconds left here. But they're calling for another game ball. That one caught behind the mesh. And Petricic will likely just boot this up out of trouble and toss it up out of trouble. And that should be it for the end of the first half. And it is 7-3 for the Kansas City Comets at the end of the first half. It was a tale of two halves, really, there. It was KC very much taking control in the second quarter. You're watching MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. We'll be back after halftime.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations for being here. Thank you so much. My name is Tom Stewart. I invented this little nets that you're using here. They're called EasyNet. And I want to thank the MetroStars and all of you, and especially the MetroStars, for allowing me to promote my Canadian backyard invention. And we're really happy to say that now Easy Nets, born in a Canadian backyard, have partners like Street Soccer Scotland, the Homeless World Cup Foundation, for ball hockey, Hometown Hockey with Ron McLean, Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer, internationally Africa on the Ball. Our little Canadian invention is now in 25 countries around the world. And right here, you'll notice my lovely wife, Lynn, is gonna show you how easily they go together. This all started because I got so tired of buying nets for our children that wouldn't go together, that broke, that were really a pain in the rear end. So now we have a product. It's our 5th year in business. We do about 100,000 in sales a year. We've not had a return. All we ask is if you are interested in a net for your backyard, just check out our website. Our website is easynet.me. easynet.me. And we're also proud that children put these nets up and down all by themselves. So they learn kinesthetic skills, motor coordination, cooperative play, and a lot of different things while they're playing with their Easy Nets. They're made for children to manage and play with all on their own. So I want to thank everyone. Now you're going to see the nets in use. When all these young fellas come out, and young ladies, if there are some that are going to play, the great game of soccer. There we go. And we're also very proud that nobody's ever sustained any type of injury with our Easy Net. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the game.
Fans, please welcome to the floor the kids from U11 York Jets, Hamilton SC, and Lakeshore SC, presented by EasyNet.
Alex Bastivansky alongside Stephen Caldwell here in the zone, where we're going to take a look in a moment at a few of the goals from the first half. So stick around and we'll be back to the zone in just a moment.
You're watching the Mississauga MetroStars on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune into Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. The Mississauga MetroStars would like to thank Miter USA for providing tonight's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. The MASL and Miter share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miter's Astro Division ball is the official game ball for MASL League play. Miter's Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces. It features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer.
Welcome back to The Zone. Alex Bastian alongside Stephen here as we take a look at some of the action from the staff. And really, Mississauga started out like a house of fire. They did great, didn't they? Two goals to go up 2-0, and then KC sort of taking away that point. But we're going to see if we can take a look at a couple of the MetroStars goals here.
Yeah, a good start again from the MetroStars. Di Rosario was absolutely brilliant in that first quarter. He cuts it back into the area. There's a little bit of a melee in the box, and then Lopez puts it into the back of the net, and it was exactly what they deserved. I felt like it was a pretty even game, but the MetroStars were on top at that moment. And then came this goal after the keeper obviously handled it out of the box. Marco Rodriguez with a chance to bear down on him. This is brilliant. Just looks like he's going to open up and strike it with his left foot, but drags on that weaker right foot of his into the empty net. A 2-0 lead, and everything was going so smoothly for the MetroStars at this moment. Even though the Comets had shown that they were very good at arena soccer, the MetroStars were in an early 2-0 lead.
Kansas City started to put it together after that. There was a beautiful penalty kick, though, as he froze the keeper. Petricek put it behind. This is where KC started to turn things around, though. Gibson out front to James here. Beautiful one-timer into the top corners. KC makes it 2-1. Executed to perfection, though, Stephen.
Yeah, he came into a lovely little area and just drifted in that space. And once he got there, James just put it into the back of net. Here, Zero's goal. That's an excellent breakaway move from the MetroStars. Di Rosario gets the ball back from Petricek onto his left foot, puts it into the back of the net. That was maybe a lapse in concentration from the Kansas City Comets. Maybe the first time we saw that in the second quarter. We didn't see it again, unfortunately, because after that they were right on top. They pushed the MetroStars back. They couldn't get out of their own half, their own third even, and there was just quality goal after quality goal from then, from that moment on.
Absolutely. KC run the table from that point on. Is another beautiful goal there by the KC Comets, and it was a run of 4 straight goals after that. And you were mentioning when we were doing the broadcast, it's just Kansas City playing the boards, playing the glass, schooling us a bit on the arena aspects of the game. And as we said, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
And the MASL season for the MetroStars. KC, a very experienced team, and we're learning a little bit something today, aren't we? That's all for now.
You've saw it so many times from KC coming forward. They've been terrific. Rayleigh's been brilliant, Alex, and of course Gibson's led the line really well up there. He stays so deep, he creates that space, he comes into the pocket at the right moment. I mean, so many good performances. They've played this second quarter really well. the good thing about arena soccer is there's 2 quarters left. It can change really quickly. We just saw that there from the first quarter to the second. The change in the game was pretty big. Can we see it again? The MetroStars have time to regroup, maybe work on a few things tactically, come out in this third quarter here and really show their strength.
Goals can be scored in bunches. That's one of the beautiful things about arena soccer. And the MetroStars, as we saw in Game 1, dropping 10 on Florida, anything can happen. So we'll see. They had the momentum in the first quarter, basically. Kansas City in the second quarter, though, really turned it up. And what do you think Phil Ionati's saying to them in the dressing room?
Well, I think he's just trying to calm them down, just get them nice and relaxed, nice and settled. Like you said, there's time still to get back into this game. KC look good at this moment. Settle down, work on a few things tactically. Try and stretch the game a little bit, much like the Comets are doing, and then they can find a way back in. Start at 1, get another goal back, another goal, and this crowd will get behind them.
For Stephen Caldwell, I'm Alex Bastivansky. We'll see you after the second half.
Here with 10-year-old Nathan. He's got the earrings, he's got the hair, he looks like a soccer player to me. What team do you play for, Nathan?
HFC.
Nice, and what position do you play?
The Wings.
Okay, have you scored any goals yet this season?
1.
Okay, 1, that's good enough. All right, did you have lots of fun playing here at halftime today?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, what I need for you, Nathan, to do for me is give me your best Let's Go MetroStars. Can you do that? All right. Fans, help them out. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go MetroStars!
Awesome. Make some noise for Nathan. And fans, following this afternoon's game, you can meet some of your favorite Mississauga MetroStars players. They will be signing autographs and taking photos in the concourse over by Gate 1 following the game. Be sure to stick around for that. And fans, our next home game is Sunday, December 30th versus the Harrisburg Heat right here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. Kickoff will be at 3 p.m. and tickets are still available. Make sure you visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca for more details.
All right, MetroStars fans, we're ready for the start of the second half. Let's hear you make some noise!
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Soccer on MASL TV. I'm Alex Bastivansky, joined by Stephen Caldwell here. 7-3 for the KC Comets after the first half. And it said the shots were 7-3, but pardon me, yeah, 7-3 for KC in that second quarter, but it sure seemed like a lot more, didn't it, Stephen?
Well, the 7 that they took must have been pretty good shots, because it seemed like everyone was either hitting the woodwork or in the back of the net, didn't it? So, yeah, I'm a bit surprised at that, but their domination in terms of possession, the way that they managed to pin the MetroStars back was really, really impressive. And we talked about it at half-time. It can change really, really quickly, but I feel like the MetroStars will have to have made some tactical changes for that to happen. Let's see if they can do that in the second half, get a little bit more pressure on the Kansas City Comets and play the game in their defensive half.
What do you think that Coach Phil Ionati would have said to them in the dressing room, Stephen?
Well, I think they lost their belief a little bit as well, and they started to kind of move away from the ideas that had been working so well on Saturday especially and in the first quarter. So probably just trying to remind them that get back to their strength, move the ball a little bit quicker, play it through the lines better. Going a wee bit long too quickly, I thought Betchis particularly just throwing it forward long and then couldn't get the support to him. There's that long ball again there, but you see Comets, and maybe a lucky foul there for Di Rosario, but the Comets are really good at creating the pressure, allowing it to go through to the goalkeeper or one of the defenders and then building up an attack.
Tremendous ball movement too by Kansas City, as we saw in the second half. Some beautiful patterns there, beautiful passing plays. Dero skies that one well over the net. The big KC ball. But some real highlight reel goals there. Flores' goal and Togba's goal, and there's some real sharpshooters to go along with. I think we counted 3 crossbars and 1 goalpost. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
but regardless, they hit the iron 4 times though, so it could be a lot more than 7 here for KC. So they're on the attack once again. MetroStars regroup. Dero just couldn't get there though. Matt Nigu takes it back again. Back to Petracek. Petracek looking deep, but intercepted by Joseph Karen. Here's Dero. He's going to need some help, though. Down the wing. Blast right on. Caused more trouble than we thought it would for Petracek there. But KC still safe.
Oh, what a ball.
James.
Rodriguez.
Absolutely. James Gibson. Back for James. Here they come again. KC shot right on. Nice stop, though, by Adrian Betchis. Rodriguez off the glass and right to Dero. That's absolutely gorgeous. Dero. Body contact, hockey style. We are in Canada after all. That'll be MetroStars ball. Dero back for Betchis. 13 minutes left here in the third quarter. MetroStars have some work to do, down by 4 to the Comets after scoring the first 2 of the game. Mostly KC from that point on. They really turned it on in the second quarter. And hence the 4-goal differential right now. Gibson, marked by Rodriguez in the corner. Bit of contact, Gibson spins out, the back shot. Togba just couldn't get a good foot on it. And Betchis.
Gibson's a terrific player to watch, isn't he? He's so good. Especially against the Boers, leading that line, bringing people into play. All that experience.
Absolutely. Sosa. For Kelly. Back to Petracek. Guerin looking for a foul there, no call. As Mississauga will set it up once again, just under 12 minutes left in the third quarter. Young, Adrian Can now, Lopez. Lopez looking to work some magic. He's dropped and a foul is called. Free kick for the MetroStars. Lopez, he's got some good moves, doesn't he, Steve? And
He certainly does.
He's got some good technical ability there.
Yeah, he can feint really well, move the hips, create a little bit of space for himself. We're not seeing enough of him in this match. He was okay in the early stage. He's got that opening goal. Here's a chance.
Right off the wall, though. KC regroups, turning it upfield now. Rodriguez into the middle, Kikilovic knocks it down. Pardon me, that was Rodriguez knocking it down. Togba. Sosa. Rodriguez will collect. Marked by Lopez. Back for Petlicek. In the corner. All right, out front. They're laid off for Gibson, but good stop by Becic as a mistake by Joseph Karen. Velistegi on it. That'll bounce off the ceiling, and it'll be MetroStars ball. 11 minutes left in the third quarter now.
That was almost a big mistake there from Karen, right into the path of Gibson. He really should have put the ball away. And Becic just keeping the MetroStars in it. I think it's imperative that Mississauga score the next goal. We wouldn't want this game to get to 8-3 with all the experience of the Comets.
Yeah, they dug a deep hole as it is. Dero spins away. Oh, beautiful pass. Guzman. Matthew New got in the way though, but nice ball movement there by the MetroStars. They're going to have some more of that. They're going to make up the 4-goal differential now. Velistegi. Gilovic. Paredes. Josh Paredes for David Guzman. Guzman played for Team South America last year. South America AC in the Arena Premier League. Previously also with Brampton of the Canadian Soccer League. Guzman marked off the ball. Casey turns it up. Perez. Ray Lee at the Petlicek. Montigny. Dero chases him down, and they're going to whistle that. Dero doesn't like it, but looked like a little bit of contact there.
Yeah, Matingu did well just to keep his body between Dero and the ball. Just goes over a little bit easy. Here's a chance.
Interception. Oh! It's Mississauga's turn to ring it off the iron. Paredes with an open net, but just couldn't get it in.
Oh, he had to score that, Paredes. What a chance. Mistake from Petlicek, the goalkeeper there, trying to be a bit too clever. Paredes just picks his pocket and then tries to lob it over the goalkeeper into empty net. Unfortunately, just comes off the woodwork.
KC turning it back up. Gibson. Mattignu. Oh, great stop by Becic. Yeah, unfortunate for the MetroStars. Would have been a real confidence booster early in the third quarter here. Unfortunately, off the goalpost, though, as the whistle blows, and that'll be KC ball with 9:16 left in the third quarter. Paredes did a great job, though, just to steal the ball in the first place, but just a little bit anxious to pull the trigger there.
Yeah, did really well with his pressure. And then, unfortunately, just couldn't find the finish. Did well to even get it over the goalkeeper towards the goal. Petlicek was caught in no man's land and just came off the base of the post.
Casey, beautiful playing the ball. Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Becic coming up with a nice stop. Here's another one. Becic again, getting the foot down. Crazy action now. Becic keeping the MetroStars in this one. Several big stops throughout the game, and that was absolutely gorgeous. But you see Casey again playing the long ball off the glass, right to their player. That is arena soccer at its finest, and they just know how to play the game, Stephen.
Yeah, they certainly do. Fast, furious action, some brilliant pieces of play. Becic was terrific in the goal to stop it from going in the back of the net, but some of the play off the board there was just delightful to watch from the Kansas City Comets. Here's Guzman, what a save.
Heavy shot and great save by Petlicek there. Dero wasn't watching behind him. It gets stolen away. Foul is called.
It's a blue card.
Immediate blue card by the referee there. No two thoughts about it. And Mississauga will have the man advantage. And this could not come at a better time for them as they're looking to get back into this one down by 4 to the Comets.
Yeah, Togba's the culprit. He comes into the box for 2 minutes. This is a big power play from the Mississauga MetroStars. They have to make this count. But Bully's on. Can he find a way into this game? Really struggled to have an impact like he did on Saturday. What a chance this is.
And it'll be Marco Rodriguez trying to work some magic here. .807 left in the third quarter. 7-3 for KC. Now they'll serve 2 minutes. Shot right on goal. Petrocek equal to the task, though, as Dero collects. Dero, beautiful job there to get out of coverage. He was marked by 2 men. Slides out, though. Mississauga keeps control. Rodriguez back for Babuli. Much quieter today than he was in the home opener, where he had 5 points for the MetroStars. Rodriguez intercepted, though. He was looking for Dero.
That's outstanding, though, isn't it? That man Flores, good at both ends of the arena.
Here's Babuli getting a bit of space here. KC, though, closing it up very quickly. Of course, we mentioned Florida was giving them all kinds of time and space. KC on the break now, and they'll whistle that one down. Stolkic gets dropped, and that is a blue card for Mississauga. Man advantage gone just like that.
Yeah, and it was a breakaway because of their spacing in the power play. Just did a terrific job of making it so difficult for the MetroStars to create a chance. It's Lopez, the culprit. It's all he could do, really. Brings down Stojkic there as he's breaking towards Becic's goal. And there's a tackle in the middle of the park. Rodriguez maybe should have won it. Tried to be a little bit too cute. Got to just go thundering in there and try and win it. Matingu was the one who came through and poked it forward for Stojkic. It's a 1v1 situation. It's going to be Gibson again, I think. Becic making a wonderful save from Gibson in the second quarter. Can he do the same again to stop this from going 8-3 in favour of the Comets?
We'll see if he can duplicate the feat. Becic has been the man for the MetroStars in this game. Several big stops, and he'll need to make another one right here. It's already a 4-goal spread. They don't want to make it 5. Gibson, perfect execution as he slides it by Becic. It's 8-3 now for the Kansas City Comets. That's 5 straight that KC has scored on the MetroStars.
Yeah, and they'll really be kicking themselves with that one, obviously. Having the power play, the ball down in the opposite end, and after some great spacing from the Comets, and then a tackle one in the middle of the park, they were through, they were breaking forward. All Lopez could do was bring down Stojkic, giving Gibson the second opportunity to go through one-on-one with Becic. This time way more measured and calm and composed. Just waits and waits. Becic has to make a move, then slides it past the MetroStars goalkeeper for the 8th goal of the game to the Kansas City Comets. A commanding lead at the moment. Looking like they're going to come into Mississauga and head home with the points.
Gibson threw up that nice little stutter step there that froze Becic, got him to commit, and then it was easy pickings after that. Nothing Becic could do. He's done his part in this game to keep the MetroStars in this as much as he can anyway, as they're even strength right now. But there will be a 52-second differential where shot off the side of the net where KC will have a man advantage as they whistle that one down, and the Comets will get the ball. As mentioned last year, KC missed the playoffs, but they were MASL champions as recently as 2013-14. Babuli now. Here's Babuli. Getting no space in this game, though. Being marked very well by KC. Dero trying to turn. No chance, though. Petrocek. Petrocek. Smothers the ball. Here's Gibson looking for another one. Gibson got a bit of space. Turns it inside. Gibson. Shot.
Paredes again, yeah.
Sacrificing.
This time the body. Brilliant block, though.
Here's Dero. Off the boards. Oh. Good effort, though.
What a save, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But he saw Can making a move, though, to the inside. Good effort to try and get it off the boards. Utilize. Oh, here is a good chance. Dero inside. Dero takes it away from Petrocek. And that is going to be a whistle.
Got to be a blue card, surely.
Absolutely. Taken down in the box as Mobabuli spun around.
I can't believe this is not a blue card.
And neither can Mobabuli by the looks of it.
He's just going to put it in the back of the net, or at least have a shot at goal.
Yeah.
Just tugging the shoulder, cynical play. Can't believe there's no blue card given there.
It clearly looked to me like he was spun around there. Grabbed with his arm, but Babuli will have a free kick here. And lays it off for Dero. Oh, Dero off the bar now, so 2 times off the iron for the MetroStars so far in the second half of play. And that's going to be a timeout. 8-3 for the KC Comets right now. I wouldn't say total domination, but they're certainly controlling the play. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV.
Hey fans, I'm here with Christy, Logan, and Lucas, and we're going to be playing Guess the Emoji Tune. So the way it's going to work is we're going to put some emojis up on the video board, and they're going to represent song titles. And since it's holiday season, they're holiday songs, and you just have to get 3 correct to win, okay? All right, here is your first song. All right, what do we think that is?
Frosty the Snowman.
Okay, let's see if you're right. And you are. Nicely done. Okay, the next one. Here it is. What do we think that is?
The Little Drummer Boy.
Let's see if you're correct, Christy. Nicely done. Okay, you just need to get one more. Let's take a look at the next slide. Okay, fans, help her out. This is a little bit more difficult. What do we think that is?
I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus.
Okay, good guess. Let's see if you're right. And you are. Nicely done. Should we do the last one just for fun? Okay, let's take a look. Okay, just for fun, what do we think this is?
Santa Baby?
It looks good to me. Correct. Okay, congratulations. You got all 4 correct, so you're going home with this MetroStars signed ball and a scarf. Thanks for playing, guys.
Thank you.
Alongside TSN analyst Stephen Caldwell here. 8-3 for the KC Comets as we're in the third quarter. And KC has been certainly taking the balance of play to the MetroStars. Well, basically since the first quarter, the MetroStars started off well, scoring the first 2 goals of the game. But after that, it's been pretty much all KC as they've shown they know the ins and outs of arena soccer. And there's another beautiful play right back into the hands of Adrian Becic.
Yeah, terrific from Perez. Maybe a breakaway here for Lopez coming on from the side.
1-on-2 though. Shot on goal though. Lopez does well. Could have used a bit more help though.
Yeah, maybe it's just that long ball again. It's difficult to get the support to it. Even when Becic can find the feet of an orange shirt, it's so difficult, but a little bit more even in this third quarter. I think Mississauga competing a little bit better, but the Comets still looking a fair amount of control.
Interesting Canadian connection with the Kansas City Comets, as 2 of the greatest Comet players in history actually came from Toronto. Gino Schiraldi and Vahid Asadpour, who played for the Canadian national team last year, both played for the KC Comets. As it's floated in for David Guzman, he gets hammered, and referee keeps the whistle in his pocket there. But 2 of the most successful players in KC Comets history from right here in Toronto. KC not needing their help so far tonight, though, is 8-3, a 5-goal bulge over the MetroStars in their second ever home game here at the Paramount Fine Food Centre in Mississauga, Ontario. Here's a chance for David Guzman. Guzman tried to sell it, and referee just wasn't buying there.
Yeah, I think the ref made a great decision there. Really, just got in a good spot. Guzman tried to come back inside Lee, and he did really well to get in the ball. I think he's maybe hurt himself. Looks like he's just feeling his knee. Maybe it just buckled a little bit there, but yeah, it wasn't a foul in my opinion. Look at the position of Gibson. He's in the net, the Mississauga MetroStars net, and then he moves from there, comes into play. It's just wonderful play. He's actually behind the goalkeeper when the Mississauga have the ball. The Comets have the ball at the back, and then just moves out from there into a nice little position, maybe a bit of a set play in towards the boards. Real smart play, the way you play the arena game really well. Get it into that third and keep the ball in there, and then show some of the qualities we've seen. A lot of South Americans in this side. This guy here, number 10, Lucas Rodriguez from Argentina, Buenos Aires. He's been terrific as well. As Flores has got a couple of goals too. Matingu from Paris, France. A lot of international flavour and what's a very experienced and quality arena side, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, you look up and down the lineup: Liberia, France, Jamaica, Germany, Costa Rica, Argentina, Trinidad and Tobago, Colombia, Serbia. So absolutely international flavor on this Kansas City team. Beautiful move by Gibson, plays it off the boards there, but no dice on the bounce though. Is bit of tugging on the jersey of Alan Metnigu. I thought he might get a call there, but referee keeps his whistle in the pocket. MetroStars, they got numbers here. Let's see if Guzman can get across. He cannot. Kigalovic was running down the left wing, but just couldn't get across to him.
Yeah, Kerem was on the right though, wasn't he? Maybe better playing him and then creating that 3v1 situation. He tried to play the difficult ball. In fairness, Ray Lee again took up a wonderful position. Not an easy pass. He was there to intercept it.
James back for Petrocek. James takes it back. He gets bodied off the ball. Here's Guzman. Guzman. Paredes. Paredes takes it again. Kikalic. Kikalic overlaps with him. Here's Paredes. Looking for Babuli. He's on fresh legs now as he just hops on. Over onto the pitch. Paredes. In deep, there's Dero, and the ball comes well out. And 1:31 left here in the third quarter now. 8-3 for the KC Comets. MetroStars, a lot of work to do if they want to make this up, but free kick here. Babuli will see if he can work his magic. 3 goals in the last game. Oh, beautiful. Looked like it was going to be Babuli. But instead, it's Martina Dubevsky taking it. MetroStars get one back. That's an important one with 1:26 left. 8-4. Bit of life in them there, Steve.
Yeah, a bit of life, yeah. Martino Dubevsky, wonderful free kick. Come onto it the left side. Everyone's thinking it's the right boot. Oh, Babuli, but there comes Dubevsky onto it. Brilliant little strike. In off the crossbar. Just kisses the underside into the back of the net. With some life in the Mississauga MetroStars yet. Can they get another goal in this third quarter? Set up, I should say, a grandstand finish.
Could be a shot of life for the boys in orange. Never know, as we've mentioned, goals can come fast and furious in arena soccer. It's one of the beautiful things about the game. There's never a dull moment. And that looked like it may have given a shot of life. Here's Dero. Dero, shot on goal. Nice stop by Petrocek though, but Dero tried to go 5-hole, just couldn't squeeze it through. As the whistle goes and no one is entirely sure what the call is. Players from both teams look a little bit confused right now as the referees come over to the scorers table and have a discussion. Just over a minute, minute 3 left in the third quarter here. MetroStars 4 goals to make up, but they're going to have 16 minutes in which to do that. Stephen, you had a chance to train with these guys a couple of weeks ago, and that was your first chance of experience the arena game. And how did you find it anyway?
Well, it was a fantastic experience. First and foremost, I need to thank Phil and Addy and the guys for allowing me to come in and take part and get to play the game. I'm 38 years old now, and I'm carrying a few more kilos than I did when I played professionally, Alex. But fun experience. Difficult game to play, difficult game in terms of the control, obviously playing off the boards. Angles are a little bit different as well. The fact that the goalkeeper's very much a part of the game. He comes forward, means that as a defender, where I was playing, obviously, I'd move into areas that were a wee bit alien to me. But you can see here it is a unique way of playing soccer. You have to be really quite technical in the arena game, and if you are, you can look like a fantastic player. I'm really enjoying watching Gibson today. I think he's been terrific for the Comets up top. Some of the movement that he does. Look, there he is again. 35 years old.
On the fast break.
Well done, Becic.
Becic.
Yeah, I think he gets a foul there for high boot, but
He will. Yeah.
that's just you know, a little bit of an example of what Gibson's did for the entire game here. Just the movement, the quality, the intelligence of him as an arena player. You can see he's very, very good, and these are the things that, you know, well, we're learning, I'm learning watching here, but these players out here in Orange, the MetroStars, are learning as well. It's going to be a process. We talked about it wasn't always going to be plain sailing. A lot to learn in this game, and still some time to get back into it. It's not over yet, I can promise you that.
Here's Dumowski. Right into the hands of Patrick Chickdale. But when you've got the talent of a Babuli and a Dero and a Rodriguez out there, they do have the capability of striking quickly, this MetroStars team. Let's see if they can get stronger as the game goes on here. As the buzzer goes to end the third quarter, 8-4 for the KC Comets. MetroStars getting one back there before the end, though. Bit of hope going into the fourth quarter. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars soccer on MASL TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Fans, our next home game is Sunday, December 30th versus the Harrisburg Heat, right back here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. Kickoff will be at 3 p.m. and tickets are still available. Make sure you visit MississaugaMetroStars.ca for more info.
The Mississauga MetroStars would like to thank the following sponsors for tonight's game. Leica, the official team apparel supplier. Pro Sound Hearing Services, the official shirt sponsor. Esco Clothier is the official clothier provider of the MetroStars franchise. We would also like to thank Coterra Fine Foods, Kisco, Kentland Sportsplex, and Paramount Fine Foods, home of the Mississauga MetroStars.
And I'm here in the stands with our game crew, and we've got some t-shirts to give away. We're looking for the loudest fans in the building. Let's hear you make some noise.
Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiavanski joined by former Scottish international Stephen Caldwell. As it's 8-4 Kansas City with 15 minutes left to go here. We're in the fourth quarter. Mississauga getting maybe a shot of adrenaline there towards the end of the quarter by getting their fourth of the game. Bit of work to do here still, Stephen, but you know what? They showed a bit more imagination towards the end of the quarter. They were pressing a bit, and almost got one towards the end there as well to make it 5. So what do they have to do in this fourth quarter here, aside from obviously pot 4 goals, but what do you want to see more from the MetroStars here?
Well, I like the way that they're competing, Alex. I think that was better in the third quarter from the second. I think maybe try and get a bit higher up the field. I think you're in danger of that kind of thing there. Rodriguez just springing the trap.
Shot, and that's execution, perfection. Once again, and it's your man Gibson.
Yeah, it was just outstanding. It was James with a shot in there, but it was brilliant play from Lucas Rodriguez in the defensive half. Petricek played his part. He's coming up to celebrate with his players, but I wanted more pressure. That's what I'm talking about. Marco Rodriguez tried to give the pressure. It was Lucas Rodriguez, the Comets Argentinian star, the number 10, just plays a lovely little 1-2, creates the space. Then you have the overload situation. James just pulls into a little left, inside left area, gets the ball, touch, in off the post. What a strike from James. Gibson's there to tap it in. Maybe he did get a little glance in it. It's hard to tell there, but I thought it was James that put it direct in. But Gibson was there to try and maybe get a little bit of a glance on that.
Right.
But just brilliant play. Good arena soccer again there. What, 2 passes, 3 passes right up the field and in the back of the net. A hammer blow for the MetroStars, it has to be said.
9-4 for the Comets now, as we are just into the 4th quarter of play. And Gibson's been, he's been just a joy to watch today. Among a few KC players that have really shown an understanding of the arena game. As you mentioned, we're learning it as we go as well. This is our first year of arena soccer, and it's there's a nuance to the game, there's a rhythm. Here's another beautiful pass. Flores, gorgeous. Ignacio Flores dancing around Becic, and he makes it 10-4 for the Comets.
Yeah, and that's a hat-trick for Flores, isn't it? What a ball from Gibson. Just right into the path of Flores, and looking into the eyes of Becic, you just think he's going to open up and hit it with his right, just drags it across onto his left, puts it into the back of the net. Not a lot unlike Marco Rodriguez's goal, that little roll over the ball, opposite side, right to left this time from Flores, but brilliant goal. He's been an outstanding performer. Lucas Rodriguez for the Comets, excellent too. James has got a few goals here, he's been really good. And they have that power at the back with Matingu and Trobba as well. Just really good performance. Fully deserved the lead, and it looks like it's going to be too much for the MetroStars to claw back at this moment.
As we mentioned, though, every game is a lesson. Every game is going to be a lesson for this MetroStars team. It's a learning experience. They can pot a couple more. Full comeback may be out of the question right now, but certainly good for their confidence going forward. It's a reminder again, the next MetroStars home game will be Sunday, December 30th against the Harrisburg Heat. To MississaugaMetroStars.ca for ticket information. Babuli and tight. Babuli, there we go.
Nice.
Babuli converts, makes it 10-5. And that's a bit more of what you were expecting from Mo tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's been a bit quiet, Alex, but that was more like the Babuli we expect to see. Just into feet, great ball into him. But higher than we've seen him most of the night. Normally we've seen him in that midfield area, and he's found it difficult to get away from the blue shots. This time receives it with his back to goal, takes it back inside, buries it into the bottom corner. Still some life in the MetroStars yet. Lovely little touch, right foot strike. Petrocek, no chance, tries to outstretch the leg, but it's past him before he can move.
Now the MetroStars persevere. The deficit is now 5. 12:40 left in the 4th quarter. As Young puts it back for Becic, tries to get it past Gibson, can't, and that's going to be called a handball, and it's going to be MetroStars ball. Becic, Rodriguez, back for Becic. Lopez now. We haven't seen too much of Lopez in this game, even though he did get a goal in the first half. Oh, beautiful. Fantastic touches by KC there.
Outstanding football, wasn't it? Just brilliant soccer, back and forward in the air for 3-4 passes, and the movement off the ball as well, the support to make sure you're giving your teammate an angle is just terrific to watch.
More and more kids are playing arena soccer now, and you certainly see it around the GTA. And let's pause that thought for a moment here. KC on the attack, Gibson back in front, stolen by Rodriguez. But for kids who play the 11v11 game, Stephen, the arena game is a fantastic way to sharpen your skills and learn the game, isn't it? Quick decision making.
Quick decision making because people are on you before you got a second to think. Let's see Marco Rodriguez here coming through the middle. Yeah, we live in a country where it's winter for 6 months of the year, isn't it? So you've got to find somewhere to play indoors. I think it's a wonderful form of the game. Teaches you angles as well, Alex. I have to say it's been impressive to watch, and you know, it doesn't always translate in terms of you think you're a good outdoor player, but it doesn't mean you're going to be good in here. You see some of these guys are just absolutely outstanding at finding the angles, knowing when and how to move. Maybe that's a lesson for some of the MetroStars. Babuli in particular, he's a wonderful soccer player, and I'm sure he can be great at this game, but he still has a lot to learn in terms of his experience, and still a bit of a, you know, a youngster or a new face in this game. Chance.
Chance there, but knocked away. Yeah, not quite using the angles as much as Babuli. You were saying more good at the open field, but not quite as much along the boards.
Yeah, it takes time to learn, and you know, Phil Anadi and I spoke at length about that. He does feel he's got great potential. We saw that from, you know, his performances so far, but he struggled maybe a little bit tonight against the experience of the Comets. Here he is in the ball. Yeah, a little trip there on Babuli, so he's going to have a bit of a free kick from the edge of the area here.
So Babuli will line it up, see if he can get the deficit down to 4 here for the MetroStars with 10:20 left. Pass it off for D-Row. Here's Karen in the corner. Karen using the boards well. Just out of reach of his teammate, though, as Becic will come out to play the ball. Babuli. Joseph Karen. Back for Adrian Can. Can collects again. Babuli. Trotting towards the middle. KC closing that space very fast, though. Not giving him as much to work with now. Here's Joseph Karen. Babuli cuts back inside. Finally taken away by who else? Gibson. Gibson on the trot now. Flores. Back for Ray Lee. 9:20 left in the fourth quarter. 10-5 for the Kansas City Comets. And they'll be content just to slow it down. They don't really need to take too many risks right now. Yeah, they're happy with the pace of this game.
Yeah, good point. Just take the pace out of the game. That's what they're doing, just keeping possession, frustrating the MetroStars. Ask them to get out of that shape.
Oh, beautiful touch by Gibson there. He was trying for Stefan Stokic. He couldn't quite get his head on it, but Gibson, again, showing that creativity. Demevsky collecting, back for Adrian Can now. Josh Paredes. Rodriguez overlaps. Sean Brown, we haven't seen too much of him in this game. He could be a dangerous player, though, for the MetroStars. But he'll have to get his sweat going there. He's been on the bench for quite a bit of the time tonight, as is Lopez as well, but I've seen Brown even less tonight. Here's Brown. Slippery. Beautiful control of the ball. Back for Rodriguez. Lopez. Rodriguez. The MetroStars have effectively what they call pull their goalie, where they've got Babuli now wearing the white jersey. So we're allowed to have all six players up over midfield now. And things could get quite interesting here. It's always fun to watch when they put the extra man up now.
Yeah, but Babuli's all in white, isn't he? He has to change the shirt, but he's effectively acting as a goalkeeper. He is allowed to touch it with his hands if he's in the box as well, but he's obviously on the field to provide that prowess as an attacking player. Just try and pen the Comets in here, see if they can create some momentum, get a couple of goals and try and claw way back into this match. It's not what you want to do.
Well, you're down by 5, so you definitely got to press. So a bold move by Phil Ionati, but really not unexpected. With all the ground the MetroStars are going to have to make up here. Just over 7 minutes left now in the fourth quarter. 10-5 for the KC Comets. Babuli, Paredes, Rodriguez, Lopez. Back for Babuli. They're not doing much in terms of ball movement, though. They're passing it out to the wing and then back to the point again, but no one's really moving all that much on the inside here.
Yeah, the shape of the Comets is terrific, though, Alex. Just, coming in really narrow and then heading out to a wide area when they have to, but just giving no gaps for the MetroStars to play between the lines, try and get it into that central area. Look at this. It's just
keeping them to the outside the whole time.
Yeah, well worked tactically. Communication's terrific out there as well, and then that's what happens. You get frustrated. Babuli forces a shot, the breakaway's on. MetroStars, Rodriguez do well to get it back, but got to move it quicker. I agree with you, they're not moving it quickly enough to try and stretch the Comets into awkward areas, but just breeds frustration. You try a long range shot, and that's not the point of the extra man. The point is to move the ball, to use that numerical advantage to create an opportunity higher up the field.
Yeah, the Comets just keeping them to the outside, and zero penetration we're seeing from the MetroStars, aside from, as you mentioned, just a shot from well out there. It's not going to beat Petricek. D-Row back on now.
A yellow card for somebody there.
Not quite sure who got the call.
Perez, maybe. I think it was Perez from Kansas City Comets. He's the captain. He seems to be walking over here. He's not happy with someone still mouthing at the referee. So be careful he doesn't get a red.
As per the rules of arena soccer, he will sit for 5 minutes, but KC is not penalized. They will not be a man down, but he does have to sit for 5 minutes now. D-Row will take the free kick. He's got Rodriguez right behind him if he lays it off. Now back to Babuli. Paredes, shot, but gets under it just a bit too much. Skies it well over the bar there.
Yeah, they worked it quite well, didn't they? It was D-Row to the point to Babuli, and then he played one extra pass. Paredes couldn't keep the ball down.
A timeout is called, and we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV.
Fans, following tonight's game, you can meet some of your favorite Mississauga MetroStars players. They'll be signing autographs and taking pictures in the concourse over by Gate 1, so be sure to stick around. Welcome back to Mississauga MetroStars Arena Soccer on MASL TV. Alex Bastiabansky alongside Stephen Caldwell. Just a reminder, the next home game for the MetroStars will be Sunday, December 30th, right here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. 3:05 kickoff against the Harrisburg Heat. And tickets available at Ticketmaster
right here at the box office at the Paramount Fine Food Center, or you can call 1-866-56-STARS, or always visit the MississaugaMetroStars.ca, the official website of the Mississauga MetroStars. 10-5 for the KC Comets with 5:36 left. And if you're just tuning in now, Mississauga has pulled their goalie. They've got Mobabuli wearing the white jersey, which means that they can have 6 players above midfield here, and Babuli can handle the ball still with his hands as long as he's back in the box. But KC on the attack right now. They're looking to capitalize once again, and there you go. That's going to make it 11 now, and not much Babuli could do about that. He's not a goalie anyway, but 11-5 for the KC Comets. Who got that one?
I think it was Flores again,
Flores,
Alex.
yeah.
It was coming forward. It was well worked yet again, obviously. Gibson was just off that right-hand side, and he did really well to just knock it back into the path of Flores. Look at him coming deep here again, off the boards. Babuli's not a goalkeeper, like you said, gets caught a little bit in no man's land. And Flores just bundles it past him into the net, and Becic comes back in. Babuli leaves the game, maybe a bit of a signal of intent that the game's beyond the MetroStars at this moment. Don't want to get too embarrassing, but you have to give credit to the KC Comets. They've dealt with everything that the MetroStars have thrown at them, and they're going to leave here with a victory, and never an easy thing to do on the road in the MASL.
Well, we wondered if they might be getting their travel legs, so to speak, around the third quarter, fourth quarter. They did travel today, but that has not been the case. It was actually the first quarter that was their weakest. Maybe just trying to acclimatize. They didn't seem like they were, they weren't quite as into the game at first anyway. Mississauga got out to the quicker start, but KC is certainly taking control from that point on, showing no signs of fatigue whatsoever. And great performance by the Comets. What else can we say? A team that certainly knows the ins and outs of arena soccer. As Phil Iannati said before the game, an experienced team. They know the bounces, they know the angles, they know how to use those boards in the glass. Right now, 6-goal deficit for the MetroStars. Sosa lays it off for Gibson. There's another one for Mr. Gibson. Beautiful performance today.
Yeah, the shooting's been ruthless, isn't it? It's just been perfect. Any opportunity they get, they seem to find either the top corner, the bottom corner, the left and the right, through the goalkeeper's legs. It's every kind of finish, but just a little ball from Sosa just to his left-hand side. There's Gibson in space, and as Paredes tries to come out, just picks his spot, calm, composed, into the bottom corner for the 12th Comets goal of the match.
Not a ton of room to work with there, but he certainly threaded the needle. Leo Gibson, I think I might give him my, if I was to pick a player for KC, and there's been a lot of them, but Leo Gibson I think would get my man of the match vote.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alex.
Yeah.
He's been terrific, isn't he? I mean, Flores has 4 goals, so it's sort of maybe a bit cruel on him. He's had a wonderful match as well, but Gibson's just so smart, the way he's played the game. It's always great to be watching someone live at that level and just playing the game with such poise and such control and intelligence, and I think Gibson's been the man tonight for that. Brilliant performance from him, 35 years old.
Interesting move by Coach Iannati as he once again pulls the keeper. He's got Babuli wearing the white jersey once again. He's above midfield, trying to see if they can salvage a bit of pride, maybe grab one more goal here.
Yeah, well, it's also something to work on a little bit as well, isn't it, for other games when, you know, you're doing this when the game's a bit closer. So this is a time, I think, you know, in all honesty, with 3:06 counting down now, 12-5 deficit, you know, you're not going to get back in the game, but work on a couple of things here, a couple of maybe set plays or ways of playing. There's a goal.
There we go, beautiful.
Yes.
David Velistegi sliding it past Petrocek. Great to see Mr. Velistegi getting one, a veteran of the old Canadian Soccer League, national champion with Sheridan College 10 years ago. Velistegi making it 12-6 for KC, but beautiful little play there by the MetroStars defenders, David.
Yeah, and I wonder how many of his goals in the past have been scored with his right boot, Alex, and I don't think too many. He's predominantly left-footed, but this one it was just tucked into the corner, outfoxed the goalkeeper and just slotted it home. Maybe a consolation, but a good goal from Valistegi. Babuli controls it. What can they do here? Can they get these fans off their seats in the remaining, what, 2:45?
6 goals in 2:45. We'll see if they can make it happen here. I think they'd take one more and grow on that. Babuli for Lopez. Back for Petrocek. KC just spreading it out and taking their time now, in no hurry. 2:15 left in the fourth quarter, 12-6 for the Comets. Nicely done there. Gibson again. Nice pass in the middle of the field for Togba. Back for Rodriguez. KC content just to take their time here. Spread the ball around. Nothing too urgent. Here is Gibson down the wing down. He gets taken down alongside the boards. Good sportsmanship though, as they help each other back to their feet again with 1:45 left here in the fourth quarter. So, Gibson, free kick back for Rodriguez. Petrocek. Babuli will collect, and KC will just retreat. They're not even going to press at this point here. With just minute 20 left in the contest now. See if the MetroStars can possibly tally one more here. Can. Controlling, leaves it back for Mo. Lopez for Dumevsky. Over to Babuli. Paredes. Can. Back for Babuli. He's got a bit of room to work with here. Doesn't let fly though. Back for Paredes. Beautiful pass. Shot. The Petrocek did well to make the stop, but there's some creativity from the MetroStars we were looking for. Beautiful little back pass there.
Yeah, it was nice from Babuli. Driving forward, there's a yellow card. Is that a yellow card for the goalkeeper? Hard to tell who got it, but
yeah,
seemed to be a yellow card there, but maybe a bit of talking back. It was nice play, Babuli driving forward. Of course, when the goalkeeper gets a yellow card, a player has to come into the box, and it was an unfortunate one from the Comets substitute bench. I think it's Sosa, maybe. Number 19 it is, number 19 Sosa. He's going to finish the rest of the game in the box through no fault of his own.
So 40 seconds left here. D-Row shot off the glass. Mississauga trying to see if they can just grab one more to make it 7 goals on the night. Lopez whiffs on it. James taken back by D-Row though. D-Row on the trot. D-Row, oh, absolutely
save.
Gorgeous save. Oh, Petrocek does excellent to rob Martino Dumevsky, and that might be the save of the game so far. In the dying seconds, as well as the clock counts down, the buzzer goes. 12-6 final. KC Comets victorious tonight in the second ever home game for the Mississauga MetroStars. Stephen, your thoughts in the game as we wrap things up?
Well, a learning process for the Mississauga MetroStars. I think they came across a side tonight well experienced, well versed in the arena soccer game. They played extremely well after a slow first quarter when we thought they would tire. They didn't do that at all. The confidence that they gained through the second and third quarters particularly set them up. They scored goals at will. They found the spots that mattered, and the game's outstanding player in Leo Gibson to really lead that line particularly well. Brilliant performance from the Comets. There'll be better days ahead for the MetroStars and a learning process again in what was only their second home game in franchise history.
The MetroStars jumped on them early. They jumped out to the 2-0 lead, and well, it was looking like roses for a while there, wasn't it? And we thought they might continue on in the same vein as the home opener.
Yeah, there was a different tempo though, wasn't there, Alex? You could see the tempo was different. It was a tense game. It was, a lot higher pace to it than what we saw from the Saturday's match against Florida Tropics. And after that 2-goal lead, thought, well, here we go. They're competing really nicely. And then as the Comets settled into the game more, you saw their quality and their experience show. I thought they did really well. James had a great performance. Flores was brilliant. Ray Lee scored a couple of lovely goals. Perez, the captain. You could go on and on, a bit like we did on Saturday and wax lyrical about some of the performances out there, but really an outstanding performance from Kansas City. I'm sure they're going to be one of the teams right up the top. And again, that learning experience, they've got to go into the changing room now, debrief. Phil Ianadi, an experienced arena soccer player himself, will talk to his team and tell them what was maybe lacking in some areas, and they'll be back for the next game better for it.
Well, nothing to hang their heads about the MetroStars. As you mentioned, taking on an experienced customer in Kansas City. Join us for their next home game, which will, as mentioned, be on December 30th against the Harrisburg Heat. 3:05 kickoff here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. And tickets available at Ticketmaster or right here at the Paramount Fine Food Center box office, or you can call 1-866-56-STARS. As we see KC still on the pitch, stretching it out before heading to the dressing room, then heading back to KC tonight. So that's it here from Mississauga tonight. Final score, Kansas City Comets 12, the Mississauga MetroStars 6. For Stephen Caldwell, I'm Alex Bastivansky. We'll see you next time.
Fans, we'd like to thank you for coming out to support your Mississauga MetroStars. Please make your way